Hey guys, so I have some Buddy's barbecue and I got the combo platter, which is kind of a lot, but I'm like hungry and I'm like, I want something to eat, and then I decided to get this. I was going to go inside, but I was like, there was so many people in there and I'd be like embarrassed to film. So I got chicken, ribs, barbecue pork, pulled pork, pinto beans. Well, I actually wanted green beans, but they gave me that instead, and potato salad. So there's that. Let's hope and pray I don't get this on me, because Lord knows I normally always do. But anyways, so I thought I'd bring you guys along. It's like noon, or maybe a little, it might be 1 o'clock now. I've got to go to the bank, and I've been saying that I'm going to go to the bank for 3 days now. So today I'm going to the bank, yo. So every time I eat pork, I think of Angie, my friend here on YouTube. She don't do a channel, but she follows me on Facebook and here. But we met up at this barbecue place. It was Angie, me, and No Guts, No Glory. And every time I eat barbecue, I think of her. And because she's always sharing like barbecue wings and chicken and all that good stuff. Their barbecue sauce is so good. So I was super duper hungry and I didn't know what I wanted to eat. And I had to come through here and I'm like, well, I've not done Buddy's barbecue in a while, so I haven't ate anything this morning other than a smoothie. So I'm kind of hungry. But this meat is so good. You get a lot of food for $10. And like, it's so tender. So when me and Myra goes to eat down here in Kingston a lot, we end up at Buddy's barbecue, which we haven't been in a long time. So I finally got approved for those injections. Now I'm just waiting on my doctor to call. I've had comments about was I going to be going back to work? Yes, whenever my back's cleared up. I mean, I've got to work. Got to raise my kids. Got to, support myself and my kids. I'm just hoping that these injections help with this numbness. But in the line of like nursing home work, there's a lot of lifting involved, so I don't know how that's going to go. And I'm not going to worry about it until the time comes. This barbecue sauce is so good. So I'm actually in not a Walmart. I'm actually in a McDonald's parking lot. Oh, Lord, these are good. These are like the best ribs that I've had there for a long time. So good. So, Dad, blame it. They also give you these not hash browns, but what do you call them? Hush puppies. And I always get butter for mine. I probably should have got more butter, but I didn't. Because I normally don't eat a whole lot of these hush puppies, but they're really good. I don't know what happened today, but it's extremely cold. I'm like, I come outside and I'm like, what is going on? I'm so ready for warm weather. There's a lot of people that are struggling with things in life. We need to pray for one another, lift one another up, and help each other, because life gets rough sometimes, y'all. The past 2 weeks, like, you know how you, and I have shared this on Facebook, but you know how you long for like home, like the home feeling? I'm gonna try to put this right here, but like you long for home, and please don't fall. And it's like you just want to load up and go to your mama's house, your mom's house, and just be with your family, and it's the worstest feeling ever because you know it's not there. Well, I've been doing that for almost 2 weeks now. And there at the end of it, I've kind of had anxiety. And it's just like, I think it's everything in general, all the overwhelming stuff that's like placed in my life. And I've just been having to step back and pray and, you know, ask God what's going on. Like, you know, this is out of my control. You're going to have to help me. And He has. But we need to encourage one another. We need to pray for one another. And, you know, these beans are good though. Life isn't always about happiness and, you know, not having obstacles. We have obstacles in life. It's part of life. It's part of the journey. And, you know, I'll show you guys bits and pieces of my life and this and that and the other, but like in the real world, I do get lonely. Like I miss my family so bad, and it's horrible. But I have my kids, and like I've got to learn how to, like, you know, like I'm the home now. Like I'm the homebody. I've got to be the one that, you know, is that person. But still at the same time, it's hard. And I've been trying to press through it, get through it, pray, and so just keep praying for me. Lord knows I need all the prayers I can get. But when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, life is so beautiful. Like waking up in the morning and breathing, and you know, being like getting to be with my kids, and like, you know, that is like so much to be thankful for. And it's not that I'm not thankful, but sometimes you just gotta deal with it, I guess. And being off of work and all the change, and like working keeps you busy, it keeps your mind busy, and I think it's just all that in one, but it'll pass. But what I do know is that it sucks. Big time. Oh no, is that all the napkins? But I do appreciate those of you that, you know, message me and pray for me, and because like I said, guys, we need it. We need all the prayers in this walk of life. So this is like a huge freaking piece of chicken. But their chicken's good. I love chicken. Chicken's like always a good idea, I think. There's an orange pretty car right here. My friend Suzanne Light, those of you that follow her, those of you that don't, if you don't, check her out. She's awesome. She's a very dear friend of mine, and I love her to pieces. But she has the daggum flu, and keep her in your prayers. Oh my, I was like so hungry. So today, when the kids were getting ready for school, this week my kids go back to their dad's house, so they were like getting ready, and so the girls were kind of like getting their stuff gathered up and stuff. These people are distracting me. Hang on a second. Okay, they're gone. They were distracting me. I'm like, they're gonna think I'm a weirdo. But anyway, so the girls were getting ready, and I was getting Justice some clothes to wear for school, and so they were getting ready to walk out the door, and they walk up to me, and both of the girls just hug me so tight, and kiss my cheeks. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so sweet. It literally made my morning. Like, I was tickled pink. I have the best kids ever. If anything else, since I've been off work, I have got to spend a lot more time with my kids. I love it. I love being able to be home with them. And so I'm just ready for look at that. I'm just ready for my routine to be back to normal. Because this has thrown me all out of sorts. And it sucks. And I try to look at the positive notes of it, but man, it's horrible. It's rough. It ain't the worstest thing ever, but like, it's just different. And then, of course, dealing with all the sickness back to back. And honestly, the more I think about it, I think those steroids made me have anxiety. Because I remember one time, whenever I had to take them for a while, like that following month, I got nervous for no reason. And it was so bad that I went to the doctor, and it was from those freaking steroids. So I think that might have something to do with like my nervousness. And they told me that those things can last up to a month or so in your system. The side effects. So, I don't like steroids. And it's weird because I was so sick that I couldn't tell if they were bothering me. But honestly, now I'm feeling it. Because it's got to be what that is. And, but typically before, whenever I do take them like with my back and stuff, and I'm not that sick, like, you know, like sick wise, like I couldn't breathe from that freaking bronchitis and upper respiratory infection. Like, I was so sick, I just think that I couldn't feel it. But any other time, I can feel the side effects. But this time, it was different. It hit me afterwards. So, I don't know. And I still ain't completely 100% better from all that junk. I have ate this and now I'm sleepy. Go figure on that one. My dogs woke me up early this morning. Oh my Lord, I was so aggravated. Like at 3, then at 4, then at 5. And I'm like, I've got to get some sleep. So when 5 rolls in, I'm going back to sleep. I got to get back up by 6:30. And I wasn't feeling it. Dang, those are good. I love some food, guys. It's nothing new, is it? And I love watching people eat on these eating videos. It's so fun. Like, I'll be watching them, and I'm like, oh my God, I need some of that. So I've got some sweet tea here. I'm like so dad blame full. So I'm going to slide these in here in that bag. I think I could eat one more of these. Oh, and that's another thing. Since I had those steroids, oh my Lord, it makes you want to eat everything but the kitchen sink. This butter is good. But you know, I was watching a YouTuber today, and I can't remember her name. She does all kinds of Bath and Body Works hauls and stuff. And she had been sick with an ear infection, and she ended up in the hospital. She had to get antibiotics, or not, well, probably antibiotics, but she was talking about steroids. And like, they're going to make her gain like 20 pounds and stuff, and she was like having a hard time. So we all have our battles, and I know when I get in my battles, like now, like when it hits me so hard, it feels like it takes your whole breath away. And it feels like at times you can't even put one foot in front of the other. I have to pray and just keep praying and praying and praying. And I know that there's other people going through storms and stuff in their life, so I try to be strong and pray. And then when I get to where I can't be strong no more, that's when it hits me the worst. Because I always want to be like an encouragement to everybody. But truth be known, I'm weak like everybody else. I'm a weak individual. But the only way that I am strong is through God. And I give him all of the honor and praise for that, because I'm telling you guys, if it wasn't for God, after all of the freaking hell that I've been through in my life, if it wasn't for the Lord by my side, helping me, carrying me, there's no way I'd be here. There ain't no way. So I'm thankful for everything that I've been through. It made me stronger. It's been hell. It's been hard. It's been rough. It's been some things I just don't even want to think about and remember. But looking back and then going through what I'm going through now, and with everything, I'm like, I can get past this. I'm going to get past it. And this is going to be something on my list that God's brought me through. And I'm thankful. I'm so thankful for God. You know, since I've been off work, like, I was worrying about money and getting my bills paid and all this stuff, but God's made a way. He's always provided, and I'm just thankful for that. I'm thankful for him. I don't think that we thank the Lord enough. We get so caught up with life and all of our troubles and trials and doubts and fears and heartaches and sadness and disappointments, and we don't praise God through our storms. And I'm guilty of that sometimes, but even at times when I do keep trying to press and praise, and it seems like I'm still there, but sometimes in life, we've got to be still, because, man, my hair is like so, I put that oil stuff in it, so sometimes in life we have got to be still. And just wait patiently and know that God's in control. And you know, we may not see, or like we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow with situations, and like we don't know the future, and the devil bothers me with stuff like that a lot. But I try to just like not think about it, and I try to keep the faith and keep pressing forward. And because God already knows everything ahead of us. He knows, you know, He created us. Like He knows us. He knows from, you know, the outside in. He knows everything about us. He knows the number of hairs that's on our head. And, you know, life's too short to worry, but in all reality, when it all comes down to it, we all do one time or another in our life. So just keep me in your prayers and keep my family in your prayers. And God's got a plan. I know He's got a plan, and get past this hurdle in life and get ready for the next destination that He's got in store for us. But anyways, I thank y'all for the prayers and the encouragements and just being there. Believe it or not, like some of y'all that, even ones that I don't talk to on a regular basis, just your comments of, you know, encouragement and prayers, and, you know, just those that have followed me throughout the years. Y'all have been such a blessing in my life. Like, you have really touched my soul. You know, I've told it before. Whenever I started YouTube, I'm like, you know, it's probably not going to go anywhere, which I'm a small channel myself. It's still small. But even if it stays where it's at, I'm thankful for the ones that I do have, because you guys have touched my soul. You have enlightened my heart. And y'all have just been such an amazing blessing in my life. And I'm thankful that, you know, for the platform of YouTube, that God gives us the opportunity to, you know, encourage people and, you know, share the word. And, you know, because we all need encouragement. We all need friendship. We all need love. We all need support. And even if it's just for somebody saying, hey, I care, you know, hang in there, I love you. Wow, what's he doing? That guy right there was ribbing up his motor a little bit. But we all need that support. And y'all have gave me the support. Y'all have followed me throughout the years with my ups and downs and heartaches and sadness. And, you know, I was looking back, and I'll try not to get on there much, but I was looking back of whenever my mama, God love her soul, was passing away, and I was singing to her, and I mean, that was a very personal time, but I shared that with you guys, and her there, and her like dying on her deathbed. And, you know, I've kind of brought you guys along with me in my life and my family's life, and y'all don't see everything. You see, you know, of course, bits and pieces, but I'm thankful that, you know, those of you that's followed me, and prayers are not in vain. So people that I've not ever met before, that, you know, y'all feel like y'all know me because you followed me for years. I feel like I know some of you guys because I followed you guys for years. So the prayers that we pray aren't in vain. And, you know, God knew way before YouTube was ever out that all of us would cross paths and entwine and all that good stuff. So I'm thankful for that. You know, sometimes we need to step back and think of everything that God's given us. And, you know, we may not have what we want in life. Like, you know, you might long for family, and which, I mean, I do have cousins, and I've got a brother, and I've got an aunt, but everybody's spread away and spread out and about. Everybody's kind of just went their own way, and I've went and seen my brother a couple of times and my aunt, but like, you know, everything's different now. You know, whenever you lose the main person in the family that's kind of the glue to everybody, and then you lose so many loved ones back to back, and they're literally gone almost all my family's gone. But, you know, it's different and it's changed. And I think that throughout the years, I've been through so much crap with death and all that crap. You can only hold it in so much, and you only can deal with it so much. And then when you finally do get to deal with it, like me being on my own for over a year now, I have come to terms with a lot of stuff in my life. I've come to terms to learn to accept and deal. And getting in that position, those of you that's been a single parent and going through the motions and dealing with stuff, it's rough. And since I've been off work and just being able to sit and think and ponder, I think that's where it all, I think that's where the healing process begins. And the healing process is not easy at all. Y'all know this. Though there's been friends of mine that's been through hell, and y'all know who you are, and you know the healing process is never easy. But to get past it and to get through it, you've got to shed those tears. You've got to like keep going forward, because you know we can't stop. What would be the point in coming this far and just giving up and keep wallowing in like self-pity and doubt and failures and disappointments and heartaches and trials? And because we're down here on this earth is not our home. We put, you know, our family, our home, and which is, it's home, but it's not our home. Our main destination is to get to heaven. And there's people here on YouTube that don't like me, which is fine. There's more so people that do like me that don't, and which is wonderful. But for whatever reason, those that don't like me, you know, that's them. But Christ says that we're supposed to like everybody. You don't have to, or love everyone. You don't have to be friends with them. But, you know, at the end of the day, when we die and get ready to be with God, you can't have all that crap in your heart. You cannot have, you know, hate in your heart. We've got to pray for one another and encourage one another and be there and support one another. And I do know, getting here on YouTube, like there's a lot of freaking haters that like to attack me in ways that is ridiculous. That is just kind of, I can get on, you know, my YouTube and read comments, and I'm like, wow, I'll delete that crap. And it's just so it's so immature that it just makes you laugh. And I'm thinking, okay, like some of those comments are nasty and hurtful and like awful. And I'm like, really? Like, you know nothing about me. Like, you followed me for years, but you know that crap you're saying is not even accurate. And it's petty stuff. It's like child like crap. There's some that talk about my language, how I talk, like very country, and my grammar's off. First of all, this is my life, and I don't care. Like, I don't care how I talk. There's times when you kind of tone the country down, but like I'm just myself. And I took college English, and I passed it out with an A. So I know how to do English. I know how to do all that mess. I passed college English with an A. But this is who I am. My raisings and my outskirts of, you know, me comes from country living, and that's just who I am. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change my grammar just because somebody on here don't like it. People might get some good laughs and kicks out of it, but like, this is me. This is the real me. This is who I am. So, you know, words can cut hard on people. Words can kill. Words kill. Words kill. So think wisely before you speak, because it does hurt. And there's people that talk about me spending money at the Dollar Tree. First of all, guys, I shop at the Dollar Tree because we all love Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree's like a treasure hunt, and you can get so many good things there. You can get name brand stuff. You can get, all kinds of good stuff. Dollar Tree's just wonderful and it's fun. You got to shop wisely. You got to spend your money wisely. My bills are paid. All my bills are paid. My house rent's paid. There's food in my house for me and my kids to eat. More than enough. More than enough. God's blessed us. God's been good. So if I want to go shop at Dollar Tree and spend $15, $20, $30 when I go, I'm going to. The comments about that is funny too, because I'm thinking, probably these types of people that are calling Dollar Tree junk, and it's not that they're calling it junk, but they're thinking that I'm blowing all of my money on Dollar Tree and this and that and the other. Those that do, like say for instance, those type of people. So they go out, could go to Walmart and buy pocketbooks, buy clothes, buy this, buy that. You're going to be spending about $200 or $300. So what I buy is my business, and if y'all think it's junk, it can be y'all's junk, but the stuff that I get are treasures to me, and I love them. So I love all of my candy. I love all of my junk food, because you know what? It's just awesome. And then the comments that I delete here on my YouTube's kind of priceless about all of the junk food I feed my children and all of the candy I feed my children. Guys, be real. Be real. I don't feed my children junk. My kids are very healthy, and my kids don't just get junk. Just saying. Another one is comments about when I eat out. They're like, well, I never see if she takes her kids out to eat. Do they ever get to eat out, or do they eat at home? My kids eat out quite often, just saying. My babies don't like to be filmed a whole lot, so I'm not going to sit and say, hey, here, that's what they're eating, because no, that's privacy. That's the privacy of me and my children, and that's what we do. I'm just saying, don't speculate and say hurtful things, because I put this stuff out here. I know that, but it does hurt. I'm not going to lie, all these negative comments, but it's so funny that it hurts, but it hurts, but it's comical and it's funny at the same time. But, I put myself out here. I have a lot of good friends on YouTube. I feel like God's placed me here for a reason, and I will forever carry on and do what I'm doing, because that's just what this is a hobby. This is something I enjoy doing. But when it's all said and done, haters are going to hate. There's going to be people that don't like you, because look what God went through in life. Look at all the hate and the mocking and everything that he was through. And then you have those that just think that I'm just this awful person. That I'm just this awful, horrible person because I've been divorced 2 times. Am I proud of it? No. Is it a lesson? Yes. Is it hurtful? Yes, because, nobody wants to be divorced. Nobody does. And, for people to ask, to speculate and be like, well, she's such a bad person because I've been divorced 2 times and each situation was different. Do I hate my exes? No. Do I love my exes? Yes. You've got to have love. You got to have compassion. But it's different now. And, we've all moved past all that. We've moved on with our lives, and that's that. Does God see me any different? No, because God loves us. He cares for us. God don't want divorce, but things changes in life, and we've got to learn from it. So, and by no means am I proud of that, because I'm not. And you know, that stuff that we deal with in life, this is life. This is real life. We all have stuff in our lives that we're not happy of. But that does not make the person who they are. You can live and you can learn and you can move forward and you can be wiser. So, that being said, you know, don't judge a person by what you think is how that person is. Because until you have walked in someone's shoes, and until you have known every detail of every situation of why this happened and why that happened, why this person done what they've done, why this person done what they've done, then you don't know. You don't know until you're in that. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. We don't know what happens behind people's closed doors. So, through everything that I've been through, I've learned so much. I have got a lot of, like, I've got wiser on situations, because you've got to live and you've got to learn. So, I come on here to help others, to help encourage others, to make people laugh, to show the deals that I can find. And when I get back into couponing, which I want to do soon, that's why I'm here. I love you guys. Believe it or not, I have a huge heart. My whole heart's desire is for people and to help people. I have talked so long, my storage got low. But my whole heart's desire is to help people. And to help encourage people. And to love people. And be there for people. And cry with people. And, you know, just be that person that some people aren't to people. Because life is tough. Life is hard. Life is a roller coaster. But at the same time, it is a beautiful ride. And it's a beautiful life. All of that other crap aside. And I guess what I'm getting at, even though, and I'm not bragging by myself by no means, but I'm just telling you how I feel about myself. And these past 2 months with my back and stuff, I have really been to the bottom and had to realize I cannot always have that shell over and be that one that wants to help people and do for people. Sometimes I have got to let people help me and help do for me. And that's a huge, hard pill to swallow. I'm stubborn. I'm really stubborn. And I don't like to bother people. I don't like to ask for money. I never ask for money. Thank God I haven't had to. But I just don't like bothering anyone. I don't like bothering them. I like keeping my troubles to myself. And I like, you know, just helping people. But through all of this, I'm slowly pulling that off of me, like the wall. And realizing sometimes we need help by people. Sometimes we do need encouragement. Sometimes we do have to get to the bottom of us and let that mask go. And know on the inside, we need to have that. We need that love too. We need that compassion. We need somebody to say, hey, here's my hand. You know, I'll help you. I'll listen to you. I'll cry with you. And instead of you know, trying to help everybody, let me help you. And God love my boyfriend's heart. That's been like one of my, like, he's there for me. But sometimes I try to do everything on my own. And I'm learning so much. It's best not to do everything on your own. But that's one of my big faults within myself. But again, thanks for following me, and I've kind of like brought y'all in with me in my reality for a little bit. I haven't done this in a long time, just sitting and talking with like real life situations per se, down to the nitty gritty. Because I stopped doing a lot of that whenever, you know, you can put too much out on YouTube and you can put too less. And I've learned through the amount of time that I've been here, I just try to put what's on my heart, and I kind of guard some of it because there's some evil people out here in this world, and they're just horrible, and that's just how it is. But as for me and my page and my channel and my friends and my followers, we are about love, we're about hope, and we are about light. And you know, I could have fairly easy got on there, and the comments that I get, I could argue backwards and forth, but what's the point in it? Alt delete that crap. Sometimes I will put a couple straight, but it's in a good way, like a sassy way. But even that, I'm like, and then I end up deleting it. So, but it is what it is. Life is life is what you make it. Life is what you make it. So, amongst the sadness and the pain and the heartaches and the trouble, I will always choose joy, peace, and happiness in God. God is right here. He's in my heart. And as long as I have Him in my heart, that's all that I need. And He will place people in my life that I need for me. So, those of you that are on my channel here, I love you guys. Thank you guys. And I pray that God blesses you guys and keep y'all safe and heal y'all's bodies and give y'all peace. And I pray that the Lord will help all of us to give us encouragement words to one another. And always keep the faith. Keep the faith. Stay strong. Stay humble. Stay kind. And love big. And most of all, cry out to God. Love God and do for God. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.